Kampo ng Leni-Kiko, tuluyang inabandona ng mga Kakapinks at Tinaponan ng Sandamakmak na basura. Leni, hindi matanggap na nawawala na ng tiwala sa kanya ang kanyang mga supporters habang si VP Sara ay patuloy na ginagalingan ng trabaho sa OVP upang maibalik tiwala ng mga tao na minsang sinira ni Leni. Magandang araw bayan, magandang araw Pilipinas. Panibagong araw na naman at meron na naman tayong pag-uusapan. Ngunit bago ang lahat, kung hindi ka pa nakakapag-subscribe sa aming channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell para mas maging updated ka sa mga newly released naming videos. Umari ng libo-libong reaksyon online ang isang larawang kumalat kung saan makikitang nakahadusay ang mga basurang nakabalot sa cellophane sa tapat ng pader na may nakabalandrang Leni-Kiko. Ayon pa sa mga pro-government vloggers, maaaring mga dating supporters ni ex-Vice President Leni Robredo at Kiko Pangilinan na nawala na ng bilib sa kanila ang nagtapon sa naturang basura. Dagdag pa nila, hindi na maikakaila pa ng mga dilawan na mas lumiliit na ang bilang ng 15 million na sumuporta kay Robredo noong nakaraang halalan. Mas sumakit pa ang tiyan ng mga vlogger sa katatawa matapos ipatarpuli ng isang samahan na kung tawagin ay National Movement for Leni-Kiko na may nakalagay na Leni Robredo is may kagawad. Ngunit, hirit pa ng mga pro-BBM supporters, hindi pa rin qualified si Leni sa naturang pwesto. Taliwas sa inaaning kahiyan ngayon ni Leni, patuloy naman ang pag-arangkada ni Education Secretary Vice President Inday Sara Duterte sa paghahatid ng serbisyo publiko sa taong bayan. Sa katunayan, inilapag ng Vice President ang kanyang mga agenda sa ilalim ng Department of Education upang mas mapaganda pa ang kalidad ng edukasyon para sa ating mga kabataan. Sa ginawang ito ni VP Inday, hindi lamang niya mas pinabilib ang mga tao sa kanya, kung hindi higit sa lahat, ibinalik niya ang tiwala ng sambayanang Pilipino sa kanyang opisina na minsang nawala sa panahon ni Leni Robredo.
Pahayag ni Vice President Sara Duterte, Education Secretary. Ngayon, kaugnay niyan, may makakausap po natin ang mga taga-Council of Teachers and Staff of Colleges and Universities of the Philippines o COTESCAP, si Ginoong Rene Luis Stanley para sa kanilang assessment doon sa mga pahayag ng ating ikalawang Pangulo at ng ating Education Secretary. Sir Rene, good evening po. Welcome po sa SMNI Nightline News. Si Admar, si Chairman Greco at si MJ po, yung mga kasama.
Ang gabi sa inyo, Sir MJ, Admar, and Sir Greco. I'm honored to be here.
Yan. Overtime tayo, Sir Rene, ngayong gabi dahil ang programang po ito ay dinisenyo ng ating mahal na pastor, Pastor Paulo C. Kibuloy, para magkaroon po ng recap sa mga napag-usapan at mga ganap sa buong araw. Ngayon po, ano po ang inyo pong assessment doon po sa mga naging pahayag ni Vice President Sara Duterte, kaugnay po doon sa kanyang mga tahak sa Department of Education?
Una siguro, I'll come up with a broad parang description, yung aking impression. Tapos siguro I can go through later sa specifics, no? So, ang general observation, so ganito, maganda siya, quite refreshing dahil in fact, importante na sa simula pa lang ng report, sinabi na ni Vice President Sara that 4 na kanyang anak ay enroll sa pupil sa basic education. And thus, she's not just a secretary, but she's also a mother who is concerned with the educational crisis that, that's besetting our educational system. So yun, I think that's for me quite refreshing. So makikita dyan na talagang involved siya. Importante rin. At dito siguro nakikita ko na parang may naiiba si Vice President and Secretary Duterte. Dahil at the outset, there is an admission of failure. Ibig sabihin, tinanggap kung ano yung mga pagkakamali at kakulangan ng sistema ng edukasyon natin sa Pilipinas, at ito ay nanggagaling din sa poor governance of past administration. So I think for me that's very important, because if we will we will ignore the problems, we would avoid talking about those problems. How can we solve the problem, and even how can we involve the people to help us and for them to understand the enormity of the problem, di ba? So importante na malaman kung ano talaga to, at sinasabi rin din ni Vice President na and we appreciate that, because I am a teacher. No, I've been teaching in the University of Santo Tomas for 30 years. No, that in this education crisis, hindi the teachers, especially the public school teachers, are not to blame. Malinaw niyang sinabi yun, that they're not to blame. And in fact, and I would always I recall what she said. For example, in relation to that particular point, sabi niya, it's not the fault of teachers. The sad reality is, according to her, it's the system that failed the teachers. So I think that's important. At pinakita rin dito na there is I think she emphasized the connection, close connection, and in fact you cannot separate it. The teachers, important role of teachers, and the quality of education. In fact, if there is a word that kept on being repeated in the entire speech, is yung word na teacher. So I think so there is that importance. And I think for the first time also, parang may approach ng method, dahil sabi niya dapat ang policy is research and evidence based. Okay, so kasi alam natin yung K-12 na nagkakaroon tayo ng problema ngayon, kailangang i-revise. Ang problema sa K-12 ay actually it's because of kulang ng pag-aaral, kulang ng research. Siguro pwede pa nating i-develop yan later. And item 5, because it's an important point for us, because I came from the ranks of teachers. So although our organization is from the private sectors, universities and colleges, and we also have representation sa elementary or sa basic education, though it's coming from the private sector. When the President, Bongbong Marcos, and the Vice President Sara assumed office, we immediately wrote them a congratulatory letter, and we also, part of our letter was actually that we presented 10-point proposals. There are 10 proposals that we forwarded. And I'm happy to note that out of the 10 that we forwarded, around 6 actually were somehow touched or mentioned by the secretary, and therefore we can come up with some kind of engagement along those issues.
Opo, Sir Rene.
Yeah.
Opo, sir, dako tayo dito kasi itong K-12 program, hindi namin inabot. At kaya hindi kami gaanong relate. At somehow, nagpapasalamat kami sa batch namin, hindi namin naabot tong K-12.
Hindi ko inabot yan.
Paras tayo, tabla tayo, sir. Dahil hindi tayo napahaba sa high school. Pero sir, K-12 literacy program, ano bang mga, niyo sa inyo pong pangkat? Mga suggestions po ninyo in a nutshell, para po mas mapabuti pa ang programang ito ng pamahalaan through the leadership of Vice President, Education Secretary Sara Duterte.
Okay. Ganito yan. At the outset, I think it's important. No? Yung grupo ko po ang nag-question, kasama ng ibang mga organisasyon, ang pumunta sa Korte Suprema para questionin yung constitutionality ng K-12 law. Of course, hindi kami nagwagi, pero malinaw naman sa batas na kasi ang sabi ng Supreme Court, while there are a lot of issues revolving around K-12, yung mga problema na pinakita namin sa aming presentation ay it's not the parang hindi yun ang hindi yun ang tiningnan ng Supreme Court. Ang sinabi nila, ang decision nila is just that the state has the power to come up with educational policies. Okay, pero even during that time when we questioned this, the issues that we are confronting right now, we have already pointed out much earlier. But sad to say, siyempre, hindi nakinig yung previous administration, so we are here. But our position is talagang wala na. I think we just have to accept K-12, and there must be a way where we really have to help and make sure that the K-12 will work. Okay, so what are some of the items actually? Una sa lower level, no? Kasi importante yung focus dapat sa ibaba. Kasi tama si Vice President. Okay? Kailangan mag-focus tayo dun sa literacy and numeracy. Why? Dahil ang knowledge or even education, parang interconnected. If you are not able to know the lower skills, I don't think you will be able to do better yung more complex skills. So if you don't know the basic math, how can you do fraction? So
Anong masasabi niyo ukol rito, mga kababayan? Just comment it down below sa comment section and give a massive thumbs up kung nagustuhan mo ang paksang ating tinalakay. At huwag kalilimutang mag-subscribe sa channel na ito. Maraming salamat sa inyong walang sawang panonood.